afternoon. Going early today. Got a night out tonight. So normally I'd do 7 o'clock, but cannot do tonight. So if you're wide awake in Europe, it might be, let me think. What's the time here? What's the time? Anyway, 20 past
Good
1.
afternoon.
Yeah, it's early. It's the
Going
wee hours
early
of the morning.
today.
So anyway, got a night out
Gonna get
tonight.
straight
So
into
normally
it
I'd
today,
do 7
day
o'clock,
6 of week 4.
but cannot do tonight.
Thanks to
So
Marshall for being
if you're
here yesterday.
wide awake
We
in
worked on
Europe,
a lot of things after. If you've seen
it
yesterday's
might be,
session,
let me think.
a lot of things we
the
worked
time
on in
here?
the afternoon. It was terrific, recognising the tightness that people have when they're playing, and really cool ways to.
Good
afternoon.
Yeah, it's
and
early. It's the
going
wee hours
early
of the morning.
today is
Anyway,
definitely. I need to just
got a night.
there we go. Amazing to see the transformations people can make with some of the ideas that we're working with here. So let me just refresh this page. First thing we do, every day might seem mundane, monotonous, boring, but you do it, understand what we're doing, you will unlock tension in your playing, which will increase efficiency, make playing easier, make playing more fun. First thing we do, opening up the resonance in the body, extending your instrument. This is a part of your instrument. So we need to just keep doing it, and we need to understand why it's part of the instrument, and it's all got to do with the vibration in the air column. So the more open we are, the more resonant. The instrument is an amplifier of the resonance of the body. And maybe you've watched all of these all the way through, and I'm just repeating the same thing over again. That's okay. But as long as you understand what's happening when we're playing, it's all about being able to self-diagnose any issues and how to come up with solutions to fix any efficiency problems that you might have. So again, we've filled up the balloon. There's your lungs. As soon as the air's in there, we really need to relax. And the air will move. Now, will that facilitate all volumes over the entire range of the instrument? No, but it's a great place to start. If you're watching on YouTube, there's a link below the video as to how to get started. Start at week 1 and get your Largo status. Don't not do it. A lot of this is advanced, as Marshall found out yesterday. Doing harmonic slurs is not as easy as it seems to do with pure process. So, must start off with breathing bag, if I can. Everything's moved since we were doing a session yesterday. Here we go. So, set metronome up. 4 beats in, 4 beats out. So that is a way of transferring your lung capacity from bag into body and without hyperventilating. So it's a great breathing exercise. If you haven't been watching, last week I did a gig on Friday after 3.5 weeks of doing the challenge here, and the profound difference it made to my playing was you just recognize the expansion, the stretching. You go to take a breath on the gig and you go, wow, it's paying off without even thinking about it. Everything that we're doing is working on reprogramming the subconscious mind. So we're offering it ideas, suggestions, and it takes from what we're doing here. We're pushing our limits here, both as far as breath control and harmonic slurs, technical agility. I came up with a term the other day, subconscious muscle twitch. It's that point where all of a sudden you're doing harmonic slurs, whatever tempo, and you're detached consciously from it, and you can recognize the body doing its thing automatically. That's what we're after, and we just want to improve duration, and we want to improve speed with pure process. So how do we know whether we're doing pure process? We need to set up a point of difference. The point of difference is by using the voice, and we use 4 steps. Get the air in, open up the body's concert hall. Work through the course, it's all explained. So what are we doing there? We're finding body resonance, we're finding the flow required that we can make a very big sound with. We're recognizing aperture corners, the corners of the aperture. Just haven't showed this for a while, so I probably should. Not the corners of the lips. The corners of the lips do not touch the mouthpiece. The corners of the aperture and the lip tissue there are what touch the mouthpiece and are what triggers pitch change. Not how fast you blow, not how hard you blow. You don't have to blow hard at all to stimulate an overtone on the instrument. And then how do we get those 4 steps? Onto the horn. I'm rushing through because you've probably seen it before, but if you're not doing it, I'd recommend you do. The mouthpiece does not hinder the airflow, and people are missing the point. Most people don't do the tissue. There's the airstream. I'm placing the rim over the airstream. Quite often this happens because this is changing the setup. We go into player mode and keep doing the same thing over and over and over. You can do that, but you're not going to make any changes. You've got the air hitting the tissue. Keep in mind, I used to play air hitting my feet. It's not a vibration of the lip that is the sound. It's a vibration of the air column of which the lips get engaged with. And of course, we go on to lead pipe and replicate the feeling of the rim. Another place where people go wrong. I've got the mouthpiece. I'll just keep doing what I've always done. So you're not going to make any changes. If you shut your eyes and feel where the rim was, there's what we call sympathetic oscillation. Sympathetic meaning it just happens on its own. Sympathetic to the vibration in the air column, and the middle of the lip just goes, okay, time to vibrate. So, time for the Voldine. If I can find my Voldine, everything's moved, everything's changed. Here we are. See what happens. So in the first couple of weeks, I was limited at about 4,500, and now I'm getting up to 4,750, up to the 5,000 mark. And a couple of times I've got full breaths on and gone beyond the 5,000. I used to do it above 5,000 all the time. So it's slowly improving over the period of the 5 weeks of the challenge. So we're almost at the end of week 4. Crazy, tomorrow's the last day of week 4. Then the big final week next week. And we look back. Here are my week 2 and week 3 envelopes of my progress charts. Week 1 is still on the week 1 page. I'll go back and compare that as well next weekend. So averaging the 4,750 now, which is a little bit better. Then, of course, those of you that have been watching know that we have to do a long tone. Why? We're working on breath control, and we're taking it to the extreme. So whilst I'll take as big a breath as I can and go for as long as I can, by the end, the brain goes, I need to breathe now. And you don't need to breathe. There's more air in the lungs. And if we can expand, we can't expand our vital capacity as far as we know, but we can use what we've got better. And so by going the full breath and then the complete reduction, passive and then active, and then squeezing out the residual air. 2 days ago, I was exhausted and did a note that went for 1 minute and 25 seconds. And then yesterday I got to about 50 seconds and was dying. That just shows what happens. So let's see what happens today. We can lower the carbon dioxide levels in the brain by going do it every day, and you'll see how it fluctuates from day to day. It's not easy to do, and it could come across as a psychopathic, one of those extreme exercises of complete nuts. It's not that. It's an awareness of what the body is capable of doing. It's a way of expanding the it's not expanding your lung capacity, but it's using what you've got and trying to stretch that out. And the longer we go for, it's soft. That was as scratchy as hell. It sounded like the start of an old licorice record, very scratchy. But it's first note of the day, and I'm playing super duper duper soft. It's not about that. It's about the lip just responding to minimal air pressure, right? And then the long harmonic slurs, same thing. If we can go for as long as we can go for softly, the oscillator has to remain loose. The big problems with playing, tightening the lips, forcing the air. So this is getting rid of all of that. Let's start. So this app just keeps turning off, so we're going to have I don't know why it started doing that. Unbelievable. Anyway, I'll start at 160 in the middle of my range. So it doesn't matter where you're up to. Find your extremes. I'm not sure that people are really understanding the 1 beat thing. What's the fastest you can do 1 beat but not 2 beats? What's the fastest you can do 1 beat but you can't do the next metronome marking? Use the chart. Find out. Be curious. I wonder what's the fastest I can do. Wah wah wah. Wah 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 wah. Wah 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 wah. What on earth am I doing, you might say? The movement of the mouth. Wah 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 wah. Independent of the body, recognizing your aperture corners. It's a tiny tweak in the lips, as I said before, the subconscious muscle twitch. There's nothing to it. Does it feel like when I'm playing? The lips are the vocal cords of the instrument. You know, I want the lips to interact with the air as if they are the vocal cords. And if you shut your eyes and hum, when you play your harmonic slur, does it feel the same or does it feel different? You have to look deeply, hence the magnifying glass. So we can practice this. Wah, wah, wah. Wah, wah, wah. I know it sounds weird. Wah, wah, wah. Wah, wah, wah. Wah, wah, wah. It's all it is physically. It's amazing how long 5 seconds seems when you are doing harmonic slurs. So, I'm at 160 here actually, so what I need to do is find, there's 60, 55, 50, 45, 30. I've done 35, so I need to get 40 at this tempo. So we'll see how we go. That's lower the carbon dioxide levels in the brain. Don't do it if you're an asthmatic. It can trigger an asthma attack. You never empty your lungs fully. So you can see there's that point. I had plenty of air left to get through the exercise, but the musculature just goes, oh, I'm confused now. I've gone for 30, 35 seconds, but after that amount of time, it's not fatigue, it's just awareness. So that's why there is this gradient in the progress chart. Isn't it crazy? Clearly at 208, it's not a breath control issue because we can do that one at 60 beats, 60 seconds. So what happens? Logic says if you can do 1 beat, you can do 2. Logic says if you can do 2 beats, you can do 4. Logic says if you can do 4 bars, you can do 8. 4 beats, you can do 8, and so on and so forth. Doesn't happen like that. Interesting. So the question is, where does it break down? That's what we're looking for. Any questions? I can see comments now, so you can comment all you like, ask any questions, just whatever you like. 168, 1 beat, wah wah wah. Tiny movement of the chops. So you can tell that that's really comfortable. So we should be able to easily go for 35 seconds. I think that's right. 1, 2, 4, 8, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So I need 35 seconds at 168. And again, it doesn't matter where you're up to. We're all at different levels. So it's just funny. Some days it locks in and other days it doesn't. But that's what we're doing. You just come back every day. And if people can understand that, you just have to, I'm working at my limits. And eventually you don't have to do every line. But even if I was just practicing and wasn't talking, if I just sat here and played like I would in a practice routine, I'd be done this in 15 minutes. If that, and you're pushing your breath control and you're pushing your speed limits. It's a really smart way to practice. And you can come back. You don't have to do every step like I'm doing. You can just go, righto, I'm going to just start. Can I get 208? Can I get 8 beats? Can I do this? Can I do this? Can I do this? You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, or do every second, whatever. 5 attempts, 6 attempts, 2 attempts. If you spend a little bit more time and rest between them, you're probably going to get better results. So 152, I need to get to 50 seconds. And again, it doesn't matter if I get to 50 seconds or not. It's the process of trying to get there. Pure process. Nothing to it. Let it go. So I got to 50, and I think I haven't done that before. So again, what are we working on? Just so you're not confused and sitting there going, this guy's a complete nutcase, which occasionally happens, and that's okay. We're working on breath control, and because we're pulling the volume right back, sure, the sound is crusty. It's not a sound exercise. It's allowing, and it doesn't matter whether you're a trumpet player, a saxophone player, a bassoon player. We're working on getting grip out of the oscillator. We don't want to pinch the reed. We don't want to pinch the lips. And we're pulling the air pressure back. We know the feeling of humming and singing. Let's replicate that. The lips interact with the air as if they're the vocal cords. And so there, I ticked a box. And this is, tomorrow's day 7. So getting towards the end of the week, it's pretty tough to tick a box because you've pushed your limits daily. And it's really directed practice. So I think it's just a really clever way. Now, there's a big discrepancy there, isn't there? I've gone to 50 and then back at 160, I haven't even got 40. So I might even come back and have a look at that a bit later on. So I've done 168, 176. And you can start from slow and get fast. You start from fast and get slow. You start in the middle. I'm just starting in the middle and going either way. So it's up to you. It's up to you how you do it. I don't mind. I don't care. There's no rules here. So put the metronome on. And I've just seen someone log on. And he better not put any smart comments in. I'll delete it straight away and you know who you are. Mr. Mick. Here we go, 1 beat. So that's the feeling of it. Wah, 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 wah. So how much do I need? 1, 2, 4, 8, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. So I need 30. Should be attainable. Let's see what happens. Just managed to get there. So now I better check that 176, 1, 2, 4, 8, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So I ticked another box. And it almost fell off. I can remember every day this week I'd get to 25 and I just couldn't get that final 5 seconds. So it's happened today just because that's the way the universe works. Practice and we get better. Amazing. Goes for golf and cricket too. Hilarious. 144. So I need to get 50 seconds at 144. And those of you that are wondering what the heck I'm going on about and chuckling, there is a friend of mine who is not a musician but a wonderful fellow who has just poked his head through the door to say hello. Awesome. He'd just be calling me a trumpet nerd and I don't care. Whatever. Right, so 144. What does it feel like? Let's do a bit of a preparatory exercise. Wah, 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 wah. That's what it feels like. Keep it nice and loose, nice and easy. Go Collingwood. So clearly this is not an issue with technique, it's just an issue with breath control over the period of time. So we need 50. Lowering the carbon dioxide levels in the body means it takes longer for the carbon dioxide levels to build up, so you can go for longer. Get to almost that point of hyperventilation, but we don't want to go to that full point. And again, if you're asthmatic, don't do it, because you will trigger an asthma attack if you empty your lungs. Just can't seem to get to the minute when I'm doing these slurs at this note. You'll notice, well, you'll see I remember the first. So I got 50 and got just almost touched on 55. It was thereabouts. I think the ego needs a bit of a pat today. So I shouldn't have ticked that one. You got to be sure or you don't tick it. Simple as that. So I feel guilty now that I've ticked that box. Oh, what's going on here? Crikey. Hang on a minute. There we go. Rightio. So, it's very off-putting because I've got a screen up here so I can see comments and stuff. And it's about 10 or 15 seconds delayed. And so it's there's stuff moving around on the screen. Anyway. 176, 184, 1, 2, 4, 8, 5 seconds, 10 seconds. There's a big difference between 10 seconds and 15 seconds at this tempo. Wah, 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 wah. Wah, 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 wah. Wah, 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 wah. It's no harder than that. So the question is, what happens? Why can't I do this for a minute? Let's find out. Put it up so I can actually see the clock, might be handy. So I'm just behind from the start. Just freaking all over the place. Watch just that. So, just absolutely no control there. Can't even get to the 10 seconds, let alone 15. And then, more than likely, I'll come back tomorrow and do 20. That's the way it works. 134. So again, because this one is clearly not a technical issue, it's a breath control issue. So you've got to play softly, and playing softly, doing harmonic slurs. 132. Takes the pressure off the oscillator, so when it comes to normal playing, while I think of it, I better do this. I've been doing it every day, and I actually yesterday played the line properly for the first time in donkeys. So why can't I do that when I'm playing the whole lot? That's what happens still, but it's only been a couple of weeks. It'll go eventually, and people would say, do it slowly. I can do it slowly and make it work, but at this tempo, just the tongue is triggering at the wrong spot. It's already set. So there's the harmonic slur. Wow, I'm changing valves, but I'm demonstrating how to overcome any difficult passages that you might have in the repertoire that you're playing, and demonstrating how you work on a little bit on its own, and then you add another bar either side. And I'm adding the whole phrase because I don't have the music in front of me. But it's just an amazing recognition of the power of the brain going, oh, we're playing that. Now that we're playing the whole lot, this is the way we do it. And I'm trying to say, no, it's not the way we do it. This is the way we do it. So if I do break it down and just add the bar before it. So that's not a problem. So we should, by logic, and I like to be a logical person, should be able to put the whole lot together. And there it works. It works sometimes. It worked yesterday for the first time. And then we go, I wonder when it's going to work again next time. Might be today, might be tomorrow, might be the next day. 132. I think I need to get it for a minute. Yeah, I do. It's just not there. Hard work, but good work. And the thing is, as we go for longer, doesn't matter if this tightens up. It doesn't need to tighten up. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're in Melbourne, make sure you head down to the S Lounge in Blackrock, the greatest party venue in Melbourne. Brought to you by Windworks, mysterytomastery.com. Go say hi to Nick and say Greg sent you. Rightio. 184, I couldn't tick a box. If I couldn't do 15 seconds at 184, why can't I? There's no reason why I can't do 15 seconds at 192. That's logical. And if you were watching yesterday, it was this beautiful moment with Marshall here, where I actually did add my pleasure, Mr. Yates. I for 170 or 184 I couldn't do it, then 192 all of a sudden ticked all these boxes. Ridiculous. Crazy, ridiculous. Just the surreal way, that the power of the brain when you let go and when you get out of your own way. When you understand process, you understand the psychology behind it and the sensation, the feeling behind it, then don't try and control it consciously. It's the whole Zen in the art of archery thing. Just get out of your own way and let process take care of itself. So that being said, I'll be a conscious mess and it'll all fall apart. Wah 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 wah. And what I actually just said then would be referred to in Zen in the art of archery as paralyzed by a premonition of failure. But I was just kidding. See, that is so ridiculously easy. There is no logical reason why I can't go for 5 seconds, 10 seconds, 15 seconds, 20 seconds, so on and so forth. But it doesn't work like that. Someone tell me why. So the 10 seconds was good. 1, 2, 4, 8, 5. I've already done 10. Yeah. So you could feel, you could hear there after the 10 seconds it was locking, and then all of a sudden the chops go, yeah, no. And that's the way it happens. But it was so close. I'll give it one more go. And they've gone, yeah, you're not even close, you're kidding yourself. Rightio, let's go back to 126 I've already done, so 200. Wah 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 wah. Da 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 da. Oh, crikey. You can't see what I can see. But I can see some beers. And that's why I'm starting early today, Mr. Yates. Because I've got places to go and things to do, including what you're suggesting right there. So getting 5 seconds at 208 at F sharp to B is problematic. Not even anywhere near it. But again, what we're documenting is the learning process. Simple as that. It doesn't matter what we get, what we don't get. As long as we're pushing the boundaries every day, that's the end game. Cancel. It's a beautiful day up here on the Sunshine Coast today. Went for a swim in the beach not long ago. Magnificent. 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 Wah wah what? Wah 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 wah. It's not hard. So getting to 8 seconds at 208 is there's my limit. And if we practice at your limits every day, you're going to get better. And I can't emphasize the amount of difference it will make if you shut your eyes, do the humming, understand the mechanics of it, understand the fact that we're not blowing through the instrument, we're energizing the air in the pipe, we're energizing the air in the body, using the pressure from the body's natural reduction. Body wants to come to here. It's just that. It's just that. And if we can engage that to develop our efficiency, you're going to approach the instrument subconsciously more easily. That is it for today. Unless there's any questions, criticisms, theories, queries, suggestions of, so what have we got here? I'll just have a look since I've done my practice for the day. All good. I've been sent a picture here. I'll bring it across. My dear friend owns this amazing lounge. Hawkers. Of course. We work in a band called the Ale Capones. And Hawkers is one of the beers that we do. We love the guys from Hawkers. So a shout out to them. So if you are having a Friday morning, you want some beer on your cornflakes, or Friday afternoon, you feel like a cold beer, try some Hawkers. They're delicious. Make sure, Nick, you tell them that I've given them a big plug. And so the Ale Capones, we do what's called GABS, the Great Australasian Beer Spectacular. And we do that throughout Australia and in New Zealand. And it's a great fun thing. So that being said, Friday is done. Tomorrow is day 6. And I am already wondering, can I break the 8 beat barrier at 208? I know I did it in week 1, but maybe watching the video back, I might have cheated. Who knows? But there are some good progress going on. So anyway, fill out your charts. Oh, there's that 184. That I'm just gonna, you might want to go now. I might be here for a while. I'm 1, 2, 4, 8, 5, 6, 10 seconds. There is no reason. There's too much of a discrepancy there to not get 15 seconds. So If you're interested in going back and actually doing the challenge from the start, all of these videos are on YouTube. Hashtag wihsc. I think if you Google that, either this page will come up or the website or the YouTube. So go to the YouTube channel and just type that wihsc with the hashtag, and you'll find the YouTube channel. And you can go back and you can start from day one, week one. And I, again, can't emphasize how amazing, even for myself, just feeling the difference from doing it. Incredible. It feels like it's completely in control. Then all of a sudden it just goes, yeah, nah, you're kidding yourself. And that's the interesting part, because eventually the musculature will get used to it, and it will do it without me having to think about it. Subconscious muscle twitch. And I started, as soon as you get your conscious mind in the way and you start and try and control it, you are history, absolutely history. And it makes no sense that it can feel so. It was the reason I started thinking about it is because it was really locking, and I'm thinking, going, gee, I'm not thinking about it. And then I started thinking about it because I was thinking that I wasn't thinking about it. I think too much. It just takes 1/16 to not lock, and it throws the whole thing out. For 8 seconds there, it was just rocking. It was doing nothing. What we're doing is bringing the harmonics closer and closer together. So when we start getting into play mode, the harmonics aren't 2 octaves there. They're a lot closer. So that's what we're working on. Not letting the throat lock up. No choking, no pushing, just finding shape. And the faster we can do it with pure process, the closer we're going to get to a more awareness of what those aperture corners are doing. Again, soon as you skip one lot of 16ths, your history. Come back tomorrow, might work. Thank you for watching. Hope you all have a wonderful Friday. I know I'm going to, and I'm going to watch the football, and then I'm going to go to the Coolum Beach Bowls Club. Yep, come to that. Now there's a cool band playing, and there's a friend's birthday there, so we're going to go and have a bit of a party. And so 10 o'clock tomorrow morning for day 7 might be very, very scratchy. But that's okay. Terms and conditions. Practice under all conditions. So have a great day. See you tomorrow. And then we're into week 5. Crazy. Get those videos ready. Talk soon.